I'm Doomsvince, and this is day 180 of Spawn Year.
I'm convinced Todd McFarlane wants to make me think I'm out to lunch as much as Doomsvince does. One issue away from this arc's grand finale, I know, I feel like I've been reading Sam and Twitch since the Angela mini, and I'm still second-guessing myself about Tracy's kidnapping. I feel like an alien abductee trying to convince the police of the hovering silver saucers spinning above my driveway and the three-headed, scaly, 9-foot-tall extraterrestrials who strapped me down to a cold metal table and kept poking me in uncomfortable places. I'm positive Tracy was kidnapped and thrown in that closet with the rest of the ski mask stalker's prisoners. I know what I saw, but McFarlane throws me zero bones here. Once again, 22 stretched out pages, a bunch of police politics about Sam and Twitch jeopardizing the precinct by taking and using information given to them by McGuire, who's suspended and under investigation, and it just eats up too much of the narrative. It's not an illogical or unwelcome element, but it just goes on and on. We see Sam and Twitch talk about McGuire's file on the stalker for 4 pages, then 3 pages of the commander tying their hands and telling them to, in the standard cliche, do things by the book. And later, another 3 pages devoted to our heroes going to a secret contact to have the feds on the case investigated. Though I do appreciate Sam and Twitch's solidified relationship and that they're the only 2 people each of them can trust. One more issue in the arc, and all we get from our sick crackpot in the ski mask is a bondage rape. What an uncomfortable way to open a comic book, followed by a disturbing scene where the kidnapper grabs one of his prisoners and takes his anger on Sam, at least I think that's who he means when he says he's angry with someone else, and chops his head off and a tree down just to make himself feel better. Because I have no idea why this guy is doing anything, except for the vague idea that he recruits the lonely and friendless, my only reaction to all of this is, geez, was that really necessary? If the story McFarlane is trying to tell requires my seeing the bad guy's reprehensible deeds from his own perspective, if I have to be this uncomfortable, if it gives us some insight into how or why a human being can become such a monster, then I'll accept it. For instance, as disconcerting as it was, I felt like I needed to go through what Gretchen went through with her in the first Suture arc. But I don't have enough context right now to appreciate this as anything but cringeworthy for the sake of being cringeworthy, nor do I know enough to have the patience to want to see how all this plays out, really. I don't feel like enough is connecting up here, that enough clues have been seeded to make me trust McFarlane to tie his mystery up in the end. More importantly, to make it worth all the sluggish pages and expository dialogue that often does nothing to develop these people. Last issue, I was starting to get on board this train. Now I'm only here because my personal situation in the graveyard makes it impossible to jump off. Tracy screams at Sam for not giving their relationship a chance. Is she somehow missing memories of what happened to her? Or is she trying to throw Sam off and she's in on the whole thing like I predicted yesterday? This is a mystery, and misdirection is of course a part of telling these sorts of stories, but I don't feel misdirected, I feel jerked around. I'm going to be really impressed if all these disconnected elements come together next issue and the answer was staring me in the face all along. I'm so lost that if that happens, this could be way better than any of Bendis' mysteries. Right now, though, I'm just confused and questioning my own sanity. I could use an alien abduction of my own right now. Signed, Captain Logan.